Ladies and gentlemen, it's the State of the Shack, August edition. Yes, I survived all the flooding. I'm still here. As you can see, everything seems pretty dry. To start off, blue Yamaha golf cart, running fine. It is going to need some suspension work soon. If you can see, this wheel's leaning a bit. Still got to put a winch on it. I want to put bigger tires on it, maybe 20s or 21s. It has 18s on it right now. And you can see they're pretty worn down. Working on this for a customer. I'm going to put new tires on it. I'm going to do a video how to change these tires. Don't let me forget. Remind me. Also think I'm going to change the oil in this, which it's just a simple one. And we have a new addition. I'd cleared about a half an acre of brush for some friends of mine, and they paid me with this. It had been sitting at their property for about 2 years. It is a 1999 Polaris 455 diesel Sportsman. That's right. I'm not lying to you. This is a diesel engine. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive, and it's a single cylinder. You see here, injection pump, injector, water separator, oil tank, the whole deal. This is the intake for the CVT. Get a little focus going on here. Proof of it. Here's the front plastic I pulled off. Right there. Polaris easel. Most of it's wore off. This side's a little better. Polaris diesel. I think this one's going to be fun. It's four-wheel drive. From what they knew about it, because they bought it used, it didn't run. For one, they didn't have 2 batteries to try jumping it with. They were trying to jump it off a truck. It requires 2 batteries. Because I tried hooking it up directly to my boat battery, and it barely spins it over. So it has to have 2 batteries. What they said is that it got water in it, like water in the fuel, and it messed it up. Engine spins over and has really good compression. I drained out the fuel water separator and it was almost all just sludge, like the fuel had solidified. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, change oil, clean everything up, put the air intake back on, and have a rag handy. I'm going to crack open the high pressure side of this fuel injector, put a fresh tank of fuel in it, or a nurse tank maybe, hook up to this. Going to put a fuel filter on it. Going to spin it over, and run it until I have good clean fuel coming out that injection pump. Once I have that, I'll dry everything off, get rid of all the fuel, reconnect that line, and see if I can't get it to start. Either on its own, or went and got a cheater. So that's my agenda for this evening. I may shoot a video on it, I may not. I may change the oil in that, I might not, I don't know. Depends how life goes. But this is a 4-wheel drive machine. The suspension components are all nice and tight. I can yank on it. All the springs and shocks seem to be in order. Tires hold air, though I will change them. This being a diesel, I think it can turn 28s pretty easily. Wouldn't mind changing the rims too, because the pizza cutter is on the front and the little bitties on the back I don't like. I'd rather it have, 4 the same size. I'll show you something neat about this thing. Look at the size of these axles back here. It's literally a truck axle. It's massive. Like, for comparison, that's the front axle. That's about the size of a normal rear axle on anything. This thing has axles the size of a tractor, basically. I mean, look at that compared to my hand. That thing's huge. I mean, even more, the transmission and gearbox, or rear end and gearbox are all one piece. So basically your powertrain starts here and ends all the way up by this tank right here. Thing is basically a tractor. It's crazy. I was reading online they max out like 40 miles an hour, but I'm not too worried about that. Plus, if I really want to make a difference, I already have the top end apart to an extent. this wee little screw right here I can turn out and it'll give it a little more speed. I'm not going to do it much because I don't want it running away with me on it. I would not be happy. Things I do know it needs. 2 batteries. Normal sized one, massive one. Most likely CVT belt. It's going to need, I'm going to have to figure out some kind of way to fix. This is the auxiliary shutoff for the fuel, because a diesel engine doesn't run on spark, it runs on fuel and compression alone. What you do to shut a diesel engine off is normally you would pull this, what would have a knob on it, and it shuts the fuel off. It doesn't let it have any more fuel and it just putters out. But this one, that thing's broken, so I got to figure out somehow to activate this little arm in here to shut the fuel off. Moving on from there, needs an air filter, needs a good cleaning. I do know that some of the electrical system works, because I can get this to light up and the neutral light to light up, the reverse light to light up. I don't know about anything else. I know this switch pod is bad. That doesn't work. The on-off switch, it works in the on-off, but the starter switch doesn't work. I don't know if overdrive works. I know this works because when you activate it, you can hear it click when it's powered. Obviously, the throttle works. It's a cable. Need to change the oil. I went and bought an air filter for it. Believe it or not, AutoZone had one in stock, and they had 2 of them. Direct replacement. Yes, it's a Fram. Don't get upset. It's not Arctic Cat brand. I know. And when I go to change the oil, I'm going to use the Shell Rotella. Get over it. It's diesel oil. There's no clutches in this engine. Everything's external. What else? Change the coolant out in it. It had some in it. It was still green. Wasn't all rusty. Somebody put this aftermarket bumper on here, which is pretty nice. Had to loosen it to get the plastic off. It's got a place for a winch to mount, which is nice. As big and heavy as this thing is, I will be putting a second winch on it in the back. There's space for it right here, because I think it'll definitely need it. As heavy and big as this thing is, it's like, I want to say 800, maybe 700 pounds. But other than that, I mean, for a weekend worth of work, I'd say it's a good find. I know the transmission functions because I was lifted the rear end up and I was putting it through its gears. So all of that's nice and tight and clunking like it should be. And oil in the rear end / transaxle, if I can get to it. Move that trash. This was still perfectly sealed. You can see it's still full and it's still clear. It's not even nasty, which is a nice thing. One thing I'm gonna have to do is both master cylinders are froze. This one, can't squeeze it. That's just free playing the handle. I filled this up with PB Blaster. Hopefully that'll break things loose. I need to do the same with the lower one for the rear brake, because both master cylinders are seized, and the calipers probably are as well. But that's one thing to worry about later. Get it running first, then worry about the aesthetics. What else? Wish I had taken a video of it before I took it all apart. But it has that front plastic, which is a different color than the rear. I don't know why. Guess the sun did it. But I think I'm just going to leave it where it's just the plastic on the front with its little cover. And I'm going to leave it like that with no rack on the front, because I think it looks pretty cool, especially with this pre-runner bumper. That's about it. Like my videos, please comment, rate, subscribe. Have an awesome day.